Goblinok! Undormányos. Konkrétan undormányos. Meg kell halnia mindnek. Hello, Goblin. Ő a Goblin prince. Prince of Persia. A Persele. Hát, de mindegy, szóval hal. De nem jogom. Halhatnál amúgy. Prince of Law. Nem tudok mozogni ilyenkor, annyira vicces. Ott is van. Goblin pains.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
Okay, szóval mi a sztori?
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know what that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it.
Szóval a goblinok csak éheznek, és ezért lopták a kaját. És nem loptak pénzt, meg egyéb dolgot, igazából csak kaját. Próbálnak túlélni.
I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Bocklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Jó, hát miután amúgy agyonvertük a vezetőjét a goblinoknak, most visszamegyünk és... Vagy hát így megkíméljük őket, és most visszamegyünk és azt mondjuk, hogy jaj, hát Joseph jól van, minden oké, csak hát vakációzik. A cuccokat meg hát a tolvajokat elintéztük. Röviden és tömören valószínűleg valami ilyesmi lesz itt a vége a dolognak. Csokobóval is mehetnénk, de úgy döntöttem, hogy nem. Kész. Clive-nak kell a tesi. Hát egy kis kardió. Nem árt. Miután az űrbe volt kint, érted?
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Jó. Ez is kész.
Joseph's fine. We'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Köszi, egy kis money, mindig jól jön. Mehetünk is a Mekibe egy sajdbureszért. Miért jutott most ilyen eszembe? Tennék egy sajdbureszt. Jó, it's a go. És akkor elvileg itt még egyetlen egy küldetésünk maradt. Hát a maximalizmus oltárán áldozva megnézzük azt is. Jó, stay with me, bírjátok ki. Tudom, fura, hogy mellékküldetésezünk is, nem megszokott a Twitch világában a streameröktől az, hogy mindent is kipergetnek. Hát mondjuk mi sem célunk mindent is megcsinálni, de ha már itt vagyunk, legyen meg. No, miben segíthetek, jó uram?
Bad news.
Rossz híreket kapott?
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with. What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking? I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire, and most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats. So
azt ünnepli, hogy jó bort szerzett.
So you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Hát legyen.
Sounds simple enough.
A VIP meghívókat kell kézbesítenünk ezek szerint. Nagy parti lesz.
All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me.
3 meghívót kell.
Jaj,
Jaj, véletlenül megnyomtam a gombot, bocsi.
I'll be right back.
Jó. Már intézem is? Azt mondja, hogy... Itt az első, amit oda kell adnunk meghívót. Hello!
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for
tök érdekes, amit mondasz, haverom, de nekem még másik 2 címem van, úgyhogy már mentem is. Na, Csumi? Nem állunk rá beszélgetni, erre nincsen idő. Delivery van. Delivery. Delivery. Most megmutatom a GVM futárok, mármint hogy a futároknak, hogy kell ezt csinálni. Na, igen. Milan, szia Milan. A hentes. Meghívó, tessék.
He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sanbrek, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. Or rather we did, till not so long ago. These are lean times, and even Boklad isn't the bustling trading post it once was. Still, there's no point dwelling on it. Better to live life while you can, eh? And on that note, it sounds like there's a cup of wine needing my attention.
Hát kiélvezik az életet, amikor lehet,
You'll buy
meg ahogy
something,
tudják. Jó, van egy őr, akinek még szólnunk kell.
You've raised the price.
Ő az ott szembe. Üdvök, üdvök.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told
Te vagy a Balek? Bolek.
Well, you
Bocsánat.
found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me
Szóval
know.
ő is iszákos.
You must be a busy man.
No one's making for the refugee camps anymore. Not after what happened in the Dominion. Meaning, they linger here instead. I spend more of my days moving beggars along than I do manning these gates. What gets to me are the gangs that prey on the poor sods. As if they haven't suffered enough. Some days you can't help but wonder what the world's coming to. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
You want from me?
Jó. Beszélgetünk Ondrejjel.
I haven't
Ondrej.
sold anything in days.
Napok óta nem adott el semmit.
These pears are...
Nem tudunk gyorsabban futni itt bent a városban. Limit van, hogy milyen gyorsan lehet futni. Hát azért mégiscsak ki van téve a 30-as tábla. Jó barátom.
Well met.
Well met. Azért jöttem ide hozzád, megmondom neked őszintén, hogy adjál nekem ilyen magas potit. Elhasználtam itt a goblin rakásokba.
Do you have any fresh water?
Igen, és akkor visszajövünk, és mondjuk neki, hogy átadtuk az üzenetet, adjál egy üveg bort, és már itt se vagyunk.
Fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's
Szívesen.
been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own. How so? Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66.
Balhé.
If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord.
Jó, nem balhé.
I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 60 bloody 6. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside.
A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen.
Oké, indul a buli?
The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Megtapsolják a bort, érted? Jó, siker? Siker. Nagyon jó. Na, túlközdöttük magunkat itt a bemelegítésen, és az első, hát hogy is mondjam, küldetéseket kipipáltuk, és rátérhetünk itt a fontosabb teendőkre. Nagyon jó. Köszönöm a türelmet mindenkinek, már is megyünk az első főküldetési vonalhoz. Megyünk Mártának segíteni az ottani helyzetet és a dilemmát megoldani. 3, 2, 1. Megérkeztünk.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Te jó Isten. Jól vagyol? Hát nem kell annyit inni, hogy itt így ilyen folyékonyat hapcizzál. Na jó, itt valami drámai helyzet van.
Martha.
Sokan vannak rosszul.
It's good to see you.
And you, Clive.
De Mizu.
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Mi történt?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
Oké.
We're on our way.
Már megyünk is. Szóval miután leszállott a sötétség az égre, előjöttek a gonoszok és megtámadták itt a falu népét, és nagyon sokan vannak, úgyhogy most mennünk kell rendet rakni. Mehet. Itt vagyok, jó urak, segítek hát néktek. Siessek az elbukott ajtóhoz. Itt vagyok. Kit várunk? Ki jön? Hát mondjuk ilyen védelemmel nem csoda, hogy probléma van.
Clive, wounded.
Jönnek. Jönnek.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Tan, 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 tan. Jönnek a kutymákok. Tűz! Chill, jól vagy? Életem. Pókok! Perfecto, patronum. Szétbunyózom a pókot, nagyon jó. Na, meg oda föl... Na, ezt akar... Úgy. Na jó, meg is vannak. Round 1. Finish him. Okay.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Honnan tudja a
Forgive
nevem?
me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Oké. Okay. Védnek az
But how did
emberei.
you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Jöttek gondolom segíteni
Wade
Martának.
left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Jó. Ennyi? Ez volt a nagy dilemma?
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble!
Baj van.
The scouting party's almost at the lift. But they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels. And
Ajaj.
they got wounded with them. They're not gonna make it.
Damn it all.
Akkor irány, menjünk segíteni.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will.
Jó, menjünk a lifthez, és segítsünk azoknak a ferdelítőknek, akik jönnek vissza, és hoznak amúgy sebesültet is. Én amúgy már ott is megyek. Menjünk le a lifttel, hát természetesen ugye tudjuk, hogy merre van. Moly.
Mad dogs.
Drámai a helyzet. Na lássuk. Lássuk ezúttal kikkel kell megküzdeni. Sebesültek, ismétlem sebesültek. Ő úgy tűnik, hogy nincs jól.
I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Sokan voltak, nem tudtak elosonni mellett.
Behind you!
Mögötted! Teknősök!
Damn it!
Rákok!
We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try.
Hát... Tehát, hogy... Az űrben harcoltunk Behemoth-tal. Jill meg megkérdezi, hogy a kőteknős rák akárkiket meg tudjuk-e vajon rakni. Jó van akkor. Kőrák? Támad a rák népség. Hát ezt nem nagyon kaptam. Sürök. Au. Mindjárt stagger. Na jó. Nyomod. Nagyon csizes. Jó, mondjuk most már lassan meghalhatnak. Ilyen mozgékony teknőssel láttak még mi? Klutty. Szia, Alien Kill. Hello, hello.
Is anyone hurt?
Tök jól vagyunk.
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job?
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Oké, Eastpoolba kell menni, mert ott egy újabb horda. Onnan egy újabb horda közeleg. Vajon tudunk menni... Hoppá, nem jó gomb, bocsánat. Szóval map. Itt vagyunk most. És ide kell átjönni, nem? De úgy látszik, hogy ezt meg kell tennünk ezt az utat izé nélkül, teleport nélkül. Mert hogy ott még ott az út elején kell valamit csinálni. Ja, most látom csak igen, hogy mi van. Make for Rhiannon's ride. Rihanna? Rihanna. Na, hát tök felesleges hívni a csokobót, de ma még nem ültünk a cokobón, úgyhogy menjünk a cokobóval. Let's go. Eddig engedett? Megérte. Megérte a csokobó. Hújjaj. De várjatok, ezek ilyen ételrel állítatott enemiket. Mindenkit megküzezek.
Soil and stone!
Úristen! Hát ezek gonosz csokobók. Azt mellé üt... Ó, Christ, te hülye! Hogy kerülök ide? Mármint, hogy kerültem én a sarokba? És nem bírok mozogni. Imádom. Na jó, akkor csumi. Sült csirkét valaki?
Something's coming.
Jaj. Hep.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Mehet a bunyó. Ennyire imádom, hogy nem bírok megmozdulni. Tehát ha eltalál valami, van egy ilyen kis stagger pár másodpercre, és az pont arra elég, hogy egy csomószor, hogy folyamatosan kapjam. Meg vagy. Nagyon nem jó ez a kamera, meg ott bent a kettő, mit tudom én mi az ott a kerítés. Az a baj itt, hogy a kamera belevisz a földbe, és nem látok semmit. Látjátok? Tehát a tárgyakban. Szereptárgyban. Persze te... Ja, na jó. Jó. De megvan. Összeraktam a szúnyog hálót az ágy köré. Az igen, wow. Közben szintet lépünk, és Biszkót, köszi szépen a cheert. Hello. A kis csaj tűzálló? Hát, úgy tűnik.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
Gyanús nekem ez a véd.
What did you find out there?
Szerintetek is ő be akar vágódni a Mártánál?
Well, wherever they came from,
Mármint a
they're
véd.
gone now. Our lookouts
Ő
say the lowlands are clear.
védeni szeretné
Hopefully we'll have enough
Mártát.
time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
Nézd a fejét.
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Szóval védék ide költöznek a bandájukkal, hogy így mondjuk. Ta-ta-ta-ra-ta-ta. Jaj, nem mentettem még le a klippet. Bakker, hát tényleg. Az mi az iskola? Kaptunk egy sálat. Ó, és azt kiállítja a szobánkba. Nagyon jó.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Szeretne bemutatni valakinek minket.
Over here.
A sofőr?
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Az egykori kiképző tisztünknek, vagy hogy mondjam, annak a...
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, so wait.
Nephew. Unokaöccse.
If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar.
But
I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's
all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Apródot akarunk felfogadni?
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Ajaj, jó. Az lett ennek az egésznek a vége, hogy lett egy apródunk. Jó? Akkor mondom, te fogod intézni a rendeléseket. Első feladatod a Mekibe kéne elmenni, és na, nyugalom. Szerintem folytassuk történetünket és feladatainkat. Irány Dalmin in, mondjuk az mehet? Nem, menjünk sorrendbe. Menjünk sorrendbe, North Breach-et mondja a másodiknak ott fönt, mármint hogy oldalt fönt, oda megyek. Let's go. Haladunk. Kérdéses, hogy milyen hosszú egy fő küldetés. Márpedig eddig nem voltak túl rövidek.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
A kurtizán nénit kell megkeresnünk? Így van. Valóban ő hozzájövünk. Valamint, hogy ez nem ő.
Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Oh.
A Kashik, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Jó, mehet. Meg kell találnunk, vagy ott után megyünk. A Dráma után. A Garrisonhoz kell elmennünk. Oké. Hello. Üdv a lovagoknak. Remélem nem akarnak itt keménykedni, mert nagy pofon lesz. Volt már rá példa itt, ugye?
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days.
Hát onnan nem is jön majd válasz.
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
Hogy kiosztotta őket?
This here. It's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
Elmennek piálni.
I'm listening.
És átbeszélni a dolgot. Hogy mit tévőek legyenek. Ezek tuti le fognak lépni.
Clive.
Megint nekünk kell megmenteni valakiket? Megint nekünk.
And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way
Kellemetlen.
the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air.
Na most, tehát, hogy
And perhaps they did.
válogass be kérlek a szavaidat, de kedves Dráma néni, mert itt van Jill.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Úgy tűnik, féltékeny típus is tud lenni. Jó, beszélnünk kell a túlélőkkel, hogy mégis mi a mancsot láttak. Ő az egyik, aki... hát, ha tud mondani infót. Hello?
You're a pikeman, yes?
Mit láttál? Mi
I've got
történt?
family in Moore. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And the back of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Nem jutott el sosem a faluig, ahol a családja van. Mert jöttek a világító szemű... kékem... A mások jönnek. Te jó Isten! Hello?
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures?
Kreatúra?
Yeah.
Ja, igen, látta őket.
They came out of nowhere.
A semmiből
They
jöttek.
went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moore
Oriflamme?
when...
Az nem egy sminkes cucc?
Where's my Joseph?
Vagy ilyen kencefice?
Just rest now.
Oriflame. De
At least
van
we have an
ilyen.
idea of where the thralls might be now.
Jó.
We should
El
head
kell
for
mennünk Moorba.
Took off the captain's head.
Ami térkép alapján ottan vagyon. Nagyon jó. És már indulok is.
Assume you have a plan.
Clive, tudom, hogy szeretsz fortizni, de nem kell most. Ugodj már meg, Clive! Kösz. Na, akkor most gyorsan felugrunk a csokobóra. És akkor célirányosan megyünk arra. Jill, ne maradj le! Jill? Jill? Jövő, jó van akkor. Hoppá. Elnézést. Kicsit leugrottam véletlenül az útról. Na, és itt látjátok a levegőben is látni, hogy ilyen kékzés van, tehát hogy a Krisztál, vagy mi az Isten volt a neve, az terjeng a levegőbe, és átváltoznak a kék cucctól. Revenentek! What the heck? Az durva. Ugye ilyenekkel csak a izébe találkoztunk, ha jól emlékszem, a kristályok közelébe. Ilyen revenenté változtak át a kristályok porától, vagy mi az Istentől az emberek, nem? Eater, azt akartam mondani, hogy köszi gyávanyú. A csillagportól, kristályportól. Ó, ne, azt utálom. Mi az? Reaper, vagy hogy az Istenbe hívják. Az egy paraszt. Bocsánat. Erről beszélek. visszaesett. Büdös. Ott a peri. Az iskoládat pusztulj már el, na. Jó.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more.
Mindig van.
But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
Jó, visszamegyünk elmondani Isabellának, hogy minden oké lesz mostantól. Ne aggódj, Isabella! Megvédünk téged! Is.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
There will be
many more.
Many more.
And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts.
Várjatok, most mindenhol van egy ilyen szerelmi szál alakulóba? Itt a kapitán szerintem.
It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh?
Ha értitek.
And me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the one standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Zavarunk esetleg? Menjetek szobára, ott mögöttetek.
If you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Hát a kapitány az bezavarná a mackót a málnásba Isabellánál. Úgy látom.
And that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Én nem akarok panaszkodni, Jill, de ez már a második szerelmes pár, akit látsz, esetleg nem kaptál ihletet? Hagyj kérdezzem meg. Jill. És elhátrál tőlem. Jill. Ez nagyon jó. Ez nagyon jó. Mi ilyet gyakoroltunk annak idején a tánciskolában, hogy úgy kellett táncolni és vezetni a másikat, hogy igazából nem volt semmilyenféle kontaktus, hanem csak így egymást. Ez nagyon jó. Ez nagyon fontos. Ez egy összhangot jelent. Nagyon jó. Oké. Nem röhögsz, tényleg így volt. Azt mondja, hogy igen, és akkor alapvetően nekem most át kéne mennem a világ másik felére, de szerencsére teleportálni tudok a játékban. Úgyhogy jövünk ide a Dalimil Innbe. Ez valójában nem elhátrálás, hanem engedi, meg figyeli a vezetésünket. Mi van itt? Hát nézd már oda! Hát teljes a felfordulás. Kovács barátom. De nagy arcú fiú. Na mi van már itt?
Sid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle.
Na most fejezed be, kis haver. Jillről a szemed leved.
Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
No.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Nyomjuk. De eddig a szintig nem jutottam, de nagyon élveztem a kezdők zenére kacsázó csoportjában. Hát ez nem egy egyszerű gyakorlat nyilván. Na, jó napot kívánok! Mi történik itt? Fight! Ja, nem.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Ez a helyi Sean Penn, vagy mi?
Victor. What's he doing here?
Victor? Mi a szitu?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Ez csak egy helyi kereskedő volt élénkinek.
And the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costner's. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness.
Közben, hogy kaptam megint egy e-mailt az egyik kézbesítőt.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime,
ez már
perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so.
Bocsánat, figyelek.
For all our sakes.
Jaj, na, azt mondja, hogy Luborral kell beszélnünk. Hello?
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
Ez igaz. Igaza, Jill ez nagyon jól mondja.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
A banditákat meg kell keresni.
If it were my namesake.
Nyakon kell csapni őket, péklapáttal, aztán megoldódik a probléma.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action.
Azt a mindenit, micsoda
Victor,
terv.
pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Oké, mi meg menjünk, azt rakjuk meg a banditákat.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along.
Ajaj, ez nekem nem tetszik. Mégsem bunyózni kell menni, jó, oké. Jó, két helyre kell mennünk. Ugye egyikük Conraddal, másik meg Natalie-vel fog beszélni. Jövünk ebbe az irányba. Elsőként pedig, ha jól látom, akkor Natalie-vel fogunk beszélni. Alien Killer örömére.
Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Hello?
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
Just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
Így van, össze kell tartani.
If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it.
Jó, kiváló.
But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Jó, de még a másik oldalon is kell beszélnünk, ha minden igaz, Conradékkal.
It appears I have no choice, but...
Ő még ott kint lesz,
Mommy,
ugye?
I'm scared.
Múmia? Ja, hogy anyu. Hoppá. Összekevertem. Na, ide jövünk.